Hey y'all, welcome back or welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. Just wanted to come in real quick to give you my reading wrap up for April. Now, what's crazy is I was looking back over the books that I read and I'm like, did I really read all this in April? Like, it does not feel like I read any books at all. And I think that's because towards the end of the month, I feel like I kind of just wasn't able to finish any books. I got a little bit busy. I was in the middle of a couple books and I'm just going to count towards May because I am less than halfway done with them. We'll worry about that next month. Don't worry about it. But I was looking over these books. I was like, did I really read all this? I do not recall. So I'm going to do my very best to give you guys the best reviews that I can with very minimal spoilers. Y'all know how I do. If you're new here, I like to not tell you anything about a book because I just feel like it's the best to go in blind. But I do want to give you a little something to help you understand what it is that I liked about it and why I think you should read it outside of just me being me. And I think you should just listen to me and read the book because I said so. But let's get into these books. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get into the first one, which is The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. In my last video, I'll let you guys know that I had just finished it, but I wanted to wait to give you my review here in this video. So I gave this book a 3.5 stars, and that's like the lowest rating I've ever given any Abby Jimenez books. I'm a huge fan of her. She's one of my favorite authors. I'm just always so excited anytime she releases anything. And I think I have read every single book she has put out. I have the book up there. I'm just being lazy. Don't feel like getting it, but I showed it in my previous video and I'll put a picture of it up here. First off, I'll say that I enjoyed the book. I think I just enjoy her writing for the most part. And so I always have a good time and I have like a emotional support situation going on with her. When I have a new book of hers, I literally don't let it out my sight for the most part. Like when I get it, obviously I get out the mail. It's in my house. Okay, great. If I'm leaving my house, most times if I'm going like to work, the book's coming with me. I'm reading it when I get a chance. If I'm going to a friend's house, the book's probably coming with me in my bag just in case there's downtime. Okay. And I don't know what that is with her, but me and her go together real bad and I just don't play about that book. So the book did go everywhere with me. Okay. Loved it. I got through it and maybe it took me a little bit longer. I think I was just busy in that time. So I got through it in maybe like 2 weeks. Let me see. Yeah, a little less than 2 weeks. And so it was still enjoyable. I did enjoy myself. But my main gripe with the book was that you didn't get to see, these are where the spoilers come in. So if you don't want to hear anything about Abby Jimenez's new book and you just want to go into it blind, you should skip forward a little bit. And I'll try to put a marker in here if I can, to let you know where to skip to. But, my main gripe was that the couple, we didn't get to see them like be openly together until the last like 30, 40 pages of the book. And that kind of sucked. So like if you read the book already, then you understand, or you might agree with me, but the couple, they didn't even become a couple to like the very, very end, like very, very end of the book. And then they weren't even open, like being able to be openly together and not having to hide their relationship until the epilogue. So I feel like I didn't get a lot of time to experience them being in love and them making the decision to be together now fully and what that looked like for them. So I would have liked to like walk that out a little bit more with them and see how the relationship developed and the love that they had after all the drama had ended. And so I guess maybe I'm wrong, but from what I recall for other books, I feel like I got more of that. And so that kind of left me wanting more after it. And when I read a romance book, I want to be swept up in all the emotion. And most of the time I do get that from her. And I feel like I didn't really get that in this book. Now, as a caveat, her previous book, Say You'll Remember Me, I did enjoy that one as well. Now, looking back on it, I'm not going to change my review because that version of me that read that book at that time gave it 5 stars. I think now if I were to read that book again, I would give it lower. I don't know what I would give it, maybe 4, because I still enjoyed myself, but like there was a few things that I later on, after kind of reflecting on reading that book, that I would have changed. I would have liked to hear something different. So coming back into this book kind of with the understandings that I gained from Say You'll Remember Me, I just didn't know what I was going to fully get. But like I said, the main issue was just not getting the romance to the very, very end. I just wanted more. Love you down, Abby. Will always read your books no matter what, sister. But I just kind of wanted some more romance. And then outside of that, I think our main male character, he was like Mr. Chivalry. And I love that. I'm team that. It was really great. Some of it, I felt like it was a little overdone. Like in terms of the things that he was doing for her, they were really nice things, but I felt like it was just a little over the top, maybe. Now, what I will say is the being in love with my best friend's girl was a messy aspect that I wasn't prepared for. And it was really interesting. Like I was on the edge of my seat going through the book, figuring out how is Abby gonna pull this off to make them be together. So that part was really intriguing, and I enjoyed following that part of the story as well. I also really enjoyed the walk scene when they went on that first walk together with the dog and all of that. Like that scene was just really good as a walking girly. I just liked all of that. So that scene was really nice. Like I said, overall I enjoyed myself, but I just wanted more romance. I wanted to be like swept off my feet and just get that feeling that I normally get from some of my favorite books of hers, and I just didn't get that. But overall, still enjoyed myself. We'll be tuned in for the next book she releases. Okay, next up, I read The Problem with Players by Brittany C. Cherry. This is book 2 in a series that I'm reading by her. There's another book that I'm going to get to at some point soon, but they're all on Kindle Unlimited, and so I've been really eating up her writing. I don't know if you guys recall, but back in December, I read one of her books called The Holidates. It was like really good. Like most of the time, if I'm reading a Christmas book, I know it's not going to be amazing. I'm just here for the vibe so I can get in the Christmas spirit. But no, this book was good. It was so many twists and turns, and I really, really liked it. I think I might have given it 5 stars. It was so good, and I probably will read it again this December. But it made me want to read all of her books because I just enjoyed her writing, and it was just fun, and I had a good time. So I've been having this pretty much the same experience with this series here, and the first one's called The Problem with Dating. I talked about that, I think maybe back in February, and I liked that one. This one I gave 3.75 stars. Really, really good. I think I rounded up to 4 on Goodreads, but I'm looking at my Fable right now. Y'all can follow me on there too. I'll link it somewhere in the description or on the screen. But yeah, I did really like that. It was a sweet romance. I love the baseball sport of it all. Like that was just a fun, different aspect that I don't think I've ever read like a baseball themed situation. And it wasn't just about baseball, but our main characters, they both are involved in baseball in some way. So I thought that was really cool. Just kind of getting a different perspective around the career of the people. So I thought that was nice. And it was just like a nice light read. It wasn't too much, but it was just something that I could really like get into, and it was just fun. So if you're looking for something light and fun and maybe even like a palate cleanser for you, this could be a good place to start. So you can start with book 1, but they're kind of like interconnected standalones. So like you might get a few tiny little spoilers, but I think you'd be okay to pick up with this one if you want to just give this one a try. All right, next up, I think I've talked about this already. I feel like I talked about The Close-Up already by Kennedy Ryan, another one of my favorite authors. I don't know if I've talked about it, but I feel like I have, so I'll make this quick. 1, read it. 2, guess what comes out this month? Score. Score comes out this month. I am so excited. I have already pre-ordered mine from Barnes & Noble. It will be here in the next couple weeks, and I cannot wait. No one speak to me, because when that comes out, that's it for me. I'm just excited. I'm excited. But Close Up was is the novella that came out that she gave us right before. That came out in March. So it was a real short read. It includes characters. I did speak about this. I remember explaining to you guys how we all got here, but it includes characters from her other series, the Hoop series. And it's super spicy. They're on vacation. It's a lot of stuff going on. It's great. So I think I already gave y'all a review, so I'm not going to go too deep into it again. You can watch my previous video for that, but just know that I loved it. I gave it 4 stars. It was great. Just read the book, and go ahead and get your copy of Score. Just go ahead and do that. Thanks. Okay, this next one is called How the Story Goes. This is by Andrew Forrester. This was actually an ARC that I got, and I listened to the audiobook version of it. And this was surprisingly so good. I ended up giving it 4 stars. It was like a really like sweet, cozy romance. Like, I'm happy to have read it when I did, but I think I would have really enjoyed this in the fall as well. Just get like a nice, like, just you want to get curled up in your reading chair, get your tea, set the scene, put the candles on. It was just like a nice, cozy read. So I really enjoyed it. And I thought the audiobook was great too. The narrator was really great. This is what I wrote about it because I just like what I said, so I'm just gonna read it. But I said, I love a book about books, and this was a book about books. It's so good. But our main character story was just warm and just enjoyable to read. The themes of grief, healing, and exploring new love were woven in so naturally, and it was just refreshing to see how our female main character develops so much confidence in herself and her writing throughout the book. And you'll see how that kind of plays out when you read it. This one comes out, it might already be out, let me see. Yeah, so it actually came out on May 5th, so it's out now. You can get it. I definitely think you should read it. If you're wanting something that's cozy, this is your book. So if you're wanting that and you want something that you can really just kind of get curled up into, this is the book for you. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I gave it a clean 4 stars. I enjoyed it myself. It was great. Okay, this next one, a lot of you guys probably read it. It's a very popular book called The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. My friend wanted me to read this because she really loved it. And I was like, I haven't read a Christina Lauren book in a long time. I'm a big fan of Love in Other Words. I really enjoyed that. I've also read some of her other books. I can't think of the other ones right now. But I went ahead and read this one. Actually, no, I listened to it. This was an audiobook. I listened to it and it was so cute. It was just cute. The premise of it, I knew the premise going in, which I don't normally know, but basically, just to give you a little something, okay, this is what you're gonna get. Imagine that your sister's getting married, right? Your twin sister's getting married, and everybody at the wedding gets food poisoning except for you and the one person there that you hate. Ah! And that person happens to be the best man, right? Now everybody's sick and poisoned, right? So then now there's a vacation, a honeymoon that was supposed to be for your sister and her husband that they can't go on. They can't get their money back. You have to go instead. Imagine what drama and mess could ensue. Okay. And that's kind of what happens in this book. Very messy, lots of drama. Loved it. But it also, like, it got real for a little bit there. It got real. And so I really enjoyed it. It was funny. It was sweet. It was heartwarming. Okay. All the makings of a really well put together romance. And like I said, this is a very popular book. I know lots of people who have talked about it before. I'm just super late to the game. But if you're looking for a super fun romance with a different kind of perspective, I feel like there's other books that are kind of have a similar trope, or not trope. Of course, it has enemies too, and lovers, but a specific thing of like something bad happens, so now the two people are forced to do this one thing. The close proximity of it all. I love that tension, and it was really well done in the book. So I definitely recommend it. What did I say? Yeah, 4 stars. Gave it 4 stars. Loved it. To finish the month off, this is the last book that I completed. That is Big Girl Blitz by Danielle Allen. I have read every book in the series, okay? Loved every single one. Loved Danielle Allen down, okay? I'm gonna read whatever she puts out. I need to go back and look and see if there's anything else before this series that she has written, because I haven't read that yet, but I absolutely loved this last book. Dare I say that it is my favorite of the series. And I love when my favorite book of the series just happens to be the last one, when you really round it out strong. And for this one, like, I think I might have given every book in the series 5 stars. Don't quote me on that. I'll see if I'm right about that. I'll put it in here. But I think I might have given every single book, if not 5, then at least 4. But this one is my favorite. I feel like I related very closely to Jasmine. The way that she thought about things, the way that she processed her thoughtfulness, just right up my alley. The forward thinking that you have to do. I don't know. I feel like I really related to her, and I related to all of the girls, but I felt most closely aligned with Jasmine. I really liked her. I love the whole sports ball situation with her man. Okay, I'm giving y'all little spoilers here. Sorry. I loved that. I was like, ugh, I was clutching my pearls. I was reading on my Kindle. And so I'm in the bed. It's nighttime. I'm like, ugh, because she's dealing with so much. She's dealing with grief. She's dealing with, and in this situation, spoilers here, she's dealing with the anticipating of death of a family member that she's very, very close with. And I can only imagine the pain of that, especially someone that you're super, super close with. So there was some tears shed. Okay. I was really connecting with the writing here, and just the lessons and themes that she included surrounding the grief and how that went was just incredibly well done, in my opinion. Outside of that, the romance, 10, the spice, 10. Okay. I have no notes for this book. I absolutely loved it. It's one that I look forward to reading again. And they have an audiobook for it too. I might want to go back and listen to the audiobook when I forget about it for a little bit, because I've only read her books. I've never listened to them, but I would like to hear the narrators kind of give a voice to the names that in the voices that I'm reading in my head, because I just enjoyed it that much. But main male character, what was his name? Hold on. Lamar Anderson, okay? He's my favorite book boyfriend out of all the books. Loved him down. He's good. I just liked him so much. I like the way he handled her. Okay, a lot of different ways. Huh? Talk to it? Okay. And I just, I could just feel, I felt this from the other book boyfriends too. And maybe just because I felt more aligned with Jasmine, but I just felt that the love that he had for her was so pure and so true. And he wouldn't let nothing come between what they had going on. He didn't care nothing about nothing. And I loved that energy from him also. So overall, an amazing book. I've given you a couple different romances. As y'all know, this is my favorite genre to read. But out of all the ones that I've said, definitely The Close-Up, my favorite of the month by far. Big Girl Blitz, so good. Like I said, I look forward to seeing what else she does, and I will definitely be going back to see if she's written anything else, because it's like every single book. You know how hard it is to have every single book in the series be that good? Every single book was enjoyable to me. That doesn't really happen. It's always like maybe like one dud or one that you didn't really love that much. I loved all of these books. I love the third one the best or the most. And I think for me, it would be like the third book. So Big Girl Blitz will be number one. Next, that will be Curvy Girl Summer. And the last one will be Plus Size Player. That would be my order. But every single book was enjoyable to me. I'm just very pleased with the series as a whole. So if you have not checked out any of Danielle Allen's books, this is your time. Please do that. I've given you everything you need to know. Please and thank you. But outside of that, that's all the books that I read in the month of April. I'm in the middle of some books. Don't worry about all that, okay? If you're a reader, you know, and I'm assuming you are, you know how it is. So I'm in the middle of a couple books. I'm going to do my very best because guess what? I put that poll up to ask y'all what book I should read next. And you know what I didn't read next? I did not read that next. I haven't even opened it. So don't even worry about that, okay? May is the month that I'm going to read this because I really want to read it. It's just, y'all know how it is. You understand. I don't have to explain myself to you guys, okay? Because you understand where I'm coming from. You get it, all right? But I really do want to read Ken so badly. And I feel like this is going to be the month that I'm going to get that done. So I can actually talk to you guys about it. And I want to hear your thoughts about it because I know a lot of people have read this book as well. So anywho, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'm going to get up on out of here, okay? Love you guys so much. Bye.